Normally, you expect years of smooth driving with your new car, but what if it falls apart before hitting 30,000 kilometers? Frustrating, right? Today, we're discovering cars that seem reliable but turn out to be complete failures too soon. This video isn't just a list, it's your guide to dodging these ticking time bombs before it's too late.
And this is the brand new Ford Focus RS, one of the most eagerly anticipated cars of the year.
First up on the list, we have the Ford Focus. Now, don't get me wrong, the Focus is a fan favorite in many markets. It's got that sporty vibe, good handling, and a decent price tag. But when it comes to long-term reliability, especially over 30,000 kilometers, the Focus struggles. Although $22,000 may seem like a good deal, it could cost you some expensive repair shop visits. Owners of the Ford Focus report frequent transmission issues, particularly with the automatic models. We're talking about slipping gears and delayed shifting, problems that are just way too common for a car marketed as a reliable choice. Let's not forget about the electrical system issues. From malfunctioning windows to airbag warning lights that never seem to go off, these things are a nightmare. To top it off, some models have poor build quality, with squeaky suspension and rattling dashboards not exactly being the traits of a car that should last you for hundreds of thousands of kilometers.
The brand new 2025 Volkswagen Jetta. This car is heavily revised.
Next, we have the Volkswagen Jetta. Volkswagen has built a reputation for German engineering and reliable vehicles, but when it comes to the Jetta, the reality is a bit different. Sure, it looks good on paper with its refined exterior and decent interior features, but its reliability track record leaves a lot to be desired. At $23,000, it looks good on paper, but engine problems will drain your wallet fast. Owners have reported major engine problems, particularly in the early 2010s models. We're talking about oil consumption issues and timing chain failures that occur long before you even hit the 30,000 kilometer mark. These issues can easily lead to costly repairs that make you question if the Jetta is really worth it. And let's not ignore the transmission failures either. The DSG transmission, which is supposed to be the pinnacle of German engineering, often shows rough shifting and clutch issues, leading to some serious frustration.
Jeep says that it invented the mid-size SUV segment when it introduced the Cherokee, but now there's an all-new model here and it's got a fair bit of competition on its hands.
Now, let's move on to the Jeep Cherokee. If you're the adventurous type who loves to hit the road less traveled, you might think the Cherokee is your perfect match. After all, it's a Jeep, right? They're built to last. Well, that's where things get tricky. It may be priced at a convenient $27,000 for a rugged adventure, but you can expect heavy repair bills when things start going south. The Cherokee may start out as a reliable SUV, but once you start putting some miles on it, you might notice that things begin going downhill fast. Transition issues plague this model, especially in the 2014 to 2015 range. We're talking about stuttering shifts, complete transmission failures, and rough performance that makes it hard to enjoy that off-road adventure you've been dreaming of. And then there's the electrical system, a common weak point in many Jeeps. From random warning lights to the occasional battery drain, these issues can make your reliable Jeep feel more like a paperweight.
The latest 200 is also a front-runner when it comes to driving dynamics.
On the highway, the 200 is noticeably quieter than the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry.
Now, let's talk about the Chrysler 200. This one's a bit of a sleeper as it doesn't get as much attention as the others, but once you experience the issues firsthand, you'll wish you had known better. At $25,000, it's affordable, but costly transmission repairs will leave you regretting it. The Chrysler 2000 was supposed to be an affordable, reliable option in the mid-size sedan market. However, it's plagued by a series of engine and transmission issues. Many owners have reported engine stalling, shuddering, and rough idle, problems that appear long before the 30,000 kilometer mark. The transmission issues are another headache. The Chrysler 200 comes equipped with a 6-speed automatic transmission that, while initially smooth, is notorious for shifting problems. And when the transmission fails, you're looking at costly repairs that can easily surpass the value of the car itself.
Altima has been Nissan's mid-size sedan since 1992. The 6th generation Altima that you see here was released in 2019, facelifted in 2023.
The Nissan Altima is another car that has a reputation for being a reliable option, but when you search deeper, it's easy to see why the sedan might not make it past the 30,000 kilometer mark. Once you decided to get this car for $26,000 for smooth driving, the CVT failures could hit your bank account hard. While it's known for its smooth ride and comfortable interior, the Altima is no stranger to CVT, known as continuously variable transmission issues. These transmissions can develop slipping problems, jerking movements, and even complete failures. If you're not familiar with CVTs, they're essentially designed to last longer and give you a better driving experience. But in the case of the Altima, it's just the opposite. Beyond the transmission issues, many owners also report braking issues that pop up much earlier than expected. Whether it's squeaky brakes or complete loss of stopping power, this is a car you'll want to avoid if you're planning on keeping it for the long haul.
Think of the 2024 Subaru Outback as the sheepdog of the car world. It loves to be outside. Now there's a lot about this half wagon, half SUV that makes it a fan favorite among outdoorsy folks.
Subaru is often praised for building cars that are perfect for families and outdoor enthusiasts, and the Outback is no exception. However, just like many of the other vehicles on this list, the Outback isn't as reliable as it may seem. At $30,000 for an off-road family wagon, the engine issues will make you wish you spent more. Though the Outback is equipped with all-wheel drive, great cargo space, and an easy-to-drive design, it suffers from head gasket failures and engine issues. These can cause the engine to overheat, resulting in a major breakdown. And when this happens, it's usually before 30,000 kilometers, leaving owners with expensive repairs. The CVT issues are also a concern for some owners, as it can sometimes cause slipping or rough driving experiences, turning what should be an off-road adventure into a stressful, uncomfortable ride. Last but certainly not least, we have the Dodge Dart. This car was supposed to be a budget-friendly, reliable compact car, but unfortunately, it hasn't lived up to expectations. So $19,000 sounds great, but problems will quickly cost you more than you bargained for. The Dodge Dart suffers from some pretty serious engine issues, including oil leaks, misfires, and coolant system failures. These issues often show up long before 30,000 kilometers, and they're not exactly cheap to fix. On top of that, the manual transmission in the Dart is prone to clutch issues, leaving drivers with a less than ideal driving experience. Next up, we have the Chevrolet Cruze. On the surface, the Cruze seems like a solid choice for anyone looking for an affordable compact car. It has a decent design, a comfortable ride, and good fuel economy. But here's the catch, it doesn't live up to the hype. $22,000 might seem fascinating, but engine failures are waiting around the corner. Owners have reported engine problems that show up well before it clocks 30,000 kilometers. We're talking oil leaks, starting accelerations, and engine misfires. The Cruze also tends to have transmission issues. Whether it's a manual or an automatic, the transmission can develop slipping and jerking, making every ride more stressful than it needs to be. In short, the Cruze may look good when you first drive it off the lot, but it's not long before you find yourself at the repair shop. Last but not least on our list is the Hyundai Elantra. This car has built a reputation for being a reliable, budget-friendly option, but when it comes to long-term reliability, the Elantra falls short. Imagine paying $20,000 for an economy car, but transmission troubles and expensive repairs could seem to rule out the economy. While it might look like a great deal at first, this car has been known to develop transmission problems, particularly with its early CVT models. We're talking about shuddering, delayed shifts, and the occasional complete failure, issues that can make your ride feel more like a roller coaster than a smooth, comfortable drive. If you're planning to keep this car for more than a couple of years, be prepared for some costly repairs long before hitting 30,000 kilometers. Trust me, you don't want to get stuck with any of these ticking time bombs if you value your hard-earned cash and your peace of mind. Hit that like button and subscribe for more.